Hey, welcome to Real Time with Prince Blue. And guess what? We got another yearbook series for you tonight. We got Kristina Skelton, and this one is going to be fun. If I had to rank them, sorry, former guest, this will be my top one because you're going to see why me and Kristina have such this unique relationship when it comes to West Windsor Plainsboro High School, and how did we come to figure out what makes each other tick. We're going to talk about her since she graduated from the walls of WWPHS South. Remember, we only talk about South here. We don't acknowledge North. We're going to talk about that, how she's a great mom and she's doing great things in the community. She's doing great things. She has one she just sent off to college. Well, she's going to be sending off to college. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to fill in, because remember, me and Kristina haven't talked since in 26 years. Unless we count Facebook, 26 years. So we're going to catch up and we're going to do all that and more on Real Time with Prince Blue, the Yearbook Series, episode 5. Let's go.
Real time, Prince Blue. Real time, Prince Blue. Talk that, coach, talk that, coach, talking entertainment too. Look, we are not the same as you. Look, we don't need a thing, just you. Just making sure the gang come through.
All right. So, first of all, a few housekeeping things. Real Time with Prince Blue. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow at Dr. Prince Blue on all social media platforms. Make sure you hit that notification bell so when I go live, you'll get the notification and you'll come in here and keep continuing to support the channel. Y'all really love these episodes. Y'all love the yearbook episodes more than any episode where I be talking about criminal justice and everything else. Y'all don't want to hear that. Y'all want nostalgia. Y'all want to find out where are they now. And I'm thankful for that. So without further ado, let's talk about Kristina Skelton, shall we? Our guest tonight. She's a graduate of West Windsor University. I'm sorry, West Windsor. Listen to me. West Virginia University. Kristina has built a fulfilling career in healthcare and currently works as a cardiac and anesthesia technician at Penn Medicine. Money, y'all, money. And she's smart. She's going to share how her experience at graduation has helped shape their path, the challenges she has overcome, and the lessons she has learned along the way. So without further ado, I will introduce y'all to Kristina Mama Skelton. Hello there.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm well, hanging in there.
Listen, people really think I be playing. Like, we literally have not talked since you graduated from West Windsor Plainsboro High School. Not a word, unless it's Facebook. Like, we'll like each other posts and we'll say something underneath each other, but verbally, like, we this is it, y'all. This is 26 going on 27 years in the making.
Yes.
Now, I'm going to start you off like I always start everybody off.
Okay.
With I'm going to put this up there, and then I want you to tell me what do you think about when you see this?
Oh God. Ugh. You know, that was cute. That was cute. That was cute.
That's it. That's all you got.
Uh, it's just hard to believe that that's me. You know what I mean? I
Well,
look
it
at that.
is.
I'm like, who is that girl? Who is
Well, it
that girl?
is.
I know.
Let me
Yeah.
help you out here.
Okay.
You know what I think about when I see that picture?
Hmm.
Remember, I don't even remember what the name of the class was, but you and I had a class together. It wasn't even a class. It was like for students who they just
I know we had supplemental together.
there it is. It's supplemental.
Yeah.
And explain to the people what was supplemental.
You needed a little bit of what's the word? Supervision. You needed some supervision. You could not necessarily be trusted, like, you know what I'm saying? You can't be left to your own devices. You
Vices.
know, yes.
Your own choices, which
Yeah,
was
no.
homework, going
Mhm.
to class on time,
Yeah.
doing assignments.
Yeah.
And the best thing about supplemental is the teachers. We had Miss Vasilius. I remember she would be like, "Why are you two here?" Like we would do the assignments in like 10 minutes, and she would be like, "Why are you both here?"
I got that from so many teachers. They were like, "What? I don't. What is wrong with you?" They even tested me at one point, and were like, "Yo, we don't get it." And you know, it turned out to have like a decent IQ. Like it was a little bit above average.
You were very smart.
And you know, I was inhaling. Well, there were a lot of fumes of ashwagandha around me at the time. You know, so yeah, it was what it was.
And we're going to talk about that because backstage you told me now it makes sense why ashwagandha was a thing with you, considering where you came from. But I want to talk more about supplemental because supplemental ended up, it was like you were in this weird position to where you're in there for behavior, but you're in there also for your schoolwork, but more your behavior, it was your behavior that stopped you from doing your schoolwork, which you can
Absolutely.
totally ace it and come to find out you wasn't belonging in there. And teachers would legitimately ask, they'd be like, what is wrong with you? Like, why are you here? Like, I don't get it. And we would come in there, we would use it as an extra homeroom period because we would do our work early and then we would goof off the rest of the time. And I guess I come to think of it now, was supplemental a fancy name for um in school suspension? What
I don't think it was in school suspension per se because I feel like they gave us credits. We just couldn't. You basically can't be trusted with the free period, so you need to be monitored doing the free periods that the other kids got.
because you know we would go home,
I would do whatever I wanted to.
wouldn't
There
come
was nothing
back. We
right.
would
Like
the funny thing about our free periods, you and I, we would go to other people's classrooms
I
and
would. I
we I don't know. I don't know why we were the way that we were in high school. I can't. It's a
It's a
therapist's
miracle I
dream.
graduated. I don't even like.
So another thing I remember when I look at this picture is you had this, and now it makes sense considering where you was from. You had this, you had this attitude of like if you rocked with somebody, you rocked with somebody, but if
Oh
you
yeah,
didn't, oh boy,
I'm still that
it
way.
was a
Like
like
if I don't,
why are you talking to me?
yeah, if I don't fuck with you, I don't fuck with you. I mean, and that's just the way it's gonna be.
And you and remember because when we were talking and when we were leading up to the show, you were saying how you know some of your kids' friends think you're like they you said some think you're cool, some think you're a little off, and I was like, well, I remember you were the originator of the RBF.
yes, yes,
Like
yes.
you would come in the supplemental And I remember the first time you were supplemental, you was just like, and I was like, should I say good morning, good afternoon?
No, I do have a strong resting, like,
You can say it.
bitch face,
Yeah.
and it's still a thing. It's still a thing.
Okay, so let's get this off the screen. And now let's talk about, okay, so you were the class of 99, right?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, you were the class before the best class that ever graduated, which was 2000. So you were the odd number. You were 99 before like the computers were going to crash and the world was going to end, blah
Yeah,
blah
yeah, yeah.
blah. So talk to me. You walk across the stage. I see you before you walk across the stage. I'm like, Kristina, you were one of the cool ones. You always, you was cool to me, blah blah. Good luck on your future endeavors. What happened?
Well, I did not have a plan. I did not have a plan at all. And there was a girl, Kristen Jacobson, that I was really good friends with in high school. We took Chinese together. And she was like, "What are you doing after high school?" And I was like, "I'm not really sure." And she's like, "What do you mean?" And she had this thick book with like every single college in it in the US.
Mm-hmm.
And she showed me how to, like, go about picking a school, what I should look for. And my dad had given me a budget of how much he would be willing to pay. So I just started looking at states that I wouldn't mind going to school. And at the time I had wanted to major in Chinese, or just still like keep up with it, because I had taken 4 years in high school. So there were not that many schools that offered it, but I think Morgan State was one, West Virginia University, and one other school. And it turns out Heather Gordon, who was another girl I met in 7th grade, um, she was going to West Virginia. And a lot of West Windsor kids ended up going to West Virginia, actually. So she was like, "Hey, come visit me doing fall semester, just like kind of get a idea if you like the school and the campus." So that's what I did. And then I ended up starting in the spring as opposed to the fall with everybody else. And I just worked in the fall and saved some money.
West Virginia. Because
Yeah.
West Virginia gets a bad rap.
Does it?
Well, the state, not the schools.
Oh yeah, yeah. But the school is great. I mean, I loved the school.
Mm-hmm.
It
And,
was
and,
Go
and you
ahead.
majored in Chinese?
No, I ended up majoring in multidisciplinary studies.
Uh-huh.
I really love history. So history was one of my concentrations, sociology and communications.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but then, when I got out of college, uh, I had my first little princess on the way. So I was like, ooh, I need to start moving with a little bit more purpose. So
Mm-hmm.
then that's when I decided to get into healthcare. So I went back to school and, took more science classes, more medical, healthcare classes, because that's not what my degree was really in. And then from there, that's how I got into healthcare.
Oh, and it started in supplemental.
Yeah.
Imagine you're now a, I want to get this right. You're a cardiac anesthesia.
So I work in two departments. I work in cardiology, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I do cardiac stress testing and,
Mm-hmm.
other cardiac things. And then I also work in anesthesia in the OR, like I'm an anesthesia tech. So I do both.
And you started in supplemental.
Yes.
I started in supplemental and now I have a doctorate degree. We both
Yeah.
started supplemental and now we're doing fields where if you would have looked back then, you would understand what supplemental is. They wouldn't thought we would have had the discipline to go on the path that we did, but a lot of this is the thing that a lot of people don't understand about a lot of these quote unquote, whether you want to call it supplemental, special, whatever you want to call it. A lot of kids that have discipline issues, it's because they're bored. And it's because
I don't know.
whatever you're teaching us or the children, it's like, okay, what else? What's next? This isn't stimulating. Okay, so Black History Month. What else you got? You were a history buff. I was a history buff. I used to drive Mr. Welsh crazy because I was like, what else you got? And he used to be like, well, why don't you take the AP courses? I was like, I would, but I'm too damn bad. Like they won't let me take AP. So when I see the path that you've taken and we both are supplemental alumni, that has to feel kind of good, doesn't it?
I mean, I never felt like grades were a great indicator
Mm-hmm.
of people's potential. And, unfortunately, we grew up in a school system and somewhat the world where, like, if you don't have like a 4.0 weighted GPA with like these amazing scores, that you're not worth anything and you're not going to achieve anything. And it's not necessarily true, right? I don't think that grades always measure a person's intelligence. They probably are a good measurement for something else, like you said, discipline maybe,
Mm-hmm.
because I think it takes discipline to, obviously sit down, do your work, and like retain that information and, you know, reproduce like that information that you did.
Correct.
But I don't think it necessarily measures capacity all the time,
Yeah,
like the
I agree with.
capacity
I
of
agree.
like intelligence.
I agree because I also think that you can be a 4.0 because remember in West Windsor Plainsboro we had a lot of kids that were super smart, but they had the common sense of the emotional intelligence of a cucumber. Like they were never with us. They and maybe that's their thing. That's why they had the 4.0. They weren't going to the parties. They weren't enjoying the what you call it, ashwagandha.
Ashwagandha.
They wasn't enjoying that stuff. They weren't in supplemental because they were getting the 4.0s and they were singularly focused. But you and I and other students that wasn't getting those 4.0s and stuff like that, we had that same type of intelligence, but it was the discipline type where it was like, we'll do it when we want to do it. And unfortunately in high school, you got 4 years. So you got to get it done. And that's what ended up happening. But I absolutely agree with you when it comes to grade because I know a lot of people that have 4.0s, but if you ask them about what it is that they're trying to actually explain to you, they can't explain it to you.
Well, and I think also too, you run into people who are kind of like book smart,
Mhm.
but like there's other areas like you were kind of speaking about that they really lack in, that you need to be successful as well. I work in the healthcare field, and I can't tell you how many people I run into that have all these letters behind their names, and
It's like talking to a wall.
it's just like something that, like, I know you had to have rubbed some brain cells together to get where you are, but what is happening now? Because like the synapses are not firing. Like, what are we doing here? Like, what's happening? And it's very frustrating sometimes because it's like, how are like, how did you get these letters?
Yeah, listen, we gonna talk about that too. But okay, so you got these two positions, but I know that there's one position that you enjoy more than that, and that's being a mom. So, and for those who roll your eyes in the back of your head, oh great, there's a woman on here talking about being a mom. Well, and this may be my conservative values, but hey, that's what makes a woman beautiful. They get to be a mom, a mother. That is a I don't care what the new books say. I don't care what the new feminists say when they say being a woman is just not about having kids. Yeah, shut up. Because if you don't have kids, then the world will stop. So please, I'm off my soapbox now. Please talk about your role as a mother and the very exciting thing, the exciting but stressful month you just had.
Well, I just want to preface by saying that I never wanted to be a mother at all.
What? No,
Did
you and supplemental? No, I didn't see mom at
I
all.
did not want kids. Like, it was not, you know, it wasn't in the plans.
Mm-hmm.
But when one engages in extracurricular activities,
Yes.
things happen.
Mm-hmm.
So, when I had my first princess, I fell so in love with her she was like, Mom, I need a baby sister. Like, I need,
Well, look at
need,
you.
need, need. And because I was so in love with that princess, I ended up having another princess for my first princess. So now we're just all happy and in love, and, we're vibing. And
That
I
is
gave
great.
birth to my own girl gang. It's like, yes.
Now, hold on, because now this is the man in me talking too. That can also be a double-edged sword because we know women. Mm, it be the
No,
clashing of the clashes.
no, I'm telling you, me and my babies, like, we
Mm-hmm.
vibe. We vibe. It's a vibe.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? You may be one of the 2% that vibes because
I know I do run into a lot of women. They're like, oh my God, my daughter. And, and I'm just like, I'd be looking at them like,
I don't
I
have
don't,
them problems.
exactly. I
And
don't
be
have those.
competing with their daughters, like it'd be weird to me. Like
No,
your daughter
no,
does this, and you're trying to one up your daughter. I'm like, wait a minute, you should be excited. The whole plan is for your kids to be better than you.
absolutely.
That's the
100%.
plan. But if you
Yeah.
feel like, oh, my daughter's still in my shine, I gotta. She wear tight clothes. I gotta wear tighter clothes. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
Ooh,
relax. Like,
no, 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 no.
it's all right. But I'm so happy to hear that. But yes, you got graduation, you got prom, and
Yeah,
then
we
she's
just
going off to college.
yeah, this last month, um so my youngest daughter, she is in band, she's in choir, and then she's in a smaller choir because she's a little songbird. So we had like three concerts in like 1 week, and then that was like the same week Jade went on her senior trip, and then the next week when she came back she had prom, and then the next week she had graduation. And Jade's involved in, like, theater and things like that, so she had a little showcase they called Froshmore. So this has just been like an exhausting month. So a lot of people were asking me, did you cry when she graduated? And I was like,
I
no,
did.
I'm so, like, just like, I mean, I can't believe we got here, but at the same time, I was so exhausted. I was like, great, we have one more thing checked off, and whew,
Now I can ask you this, Christina.
yeah,
My mom, I finally asked my mom because I'm telling you, bachelor's, master's, doctorate, like my mom wanted nothing to do with any of those degrees. And
right.
when I say want nothing, like she didn't want to, but for some reason, my high school diploma, I cannot get it. It's on her coffee table. I can't get it. She was like, if you want it, you could call Parchment and see if they'll send you a copy, but you are not getting your high school diploma. And finally, I asked her, I said, Mom, why don't you like why the high school diploma? And her thing was because this was the one where, you know, you were with me. I saw what you did through high school. And let's be honest, she was saying back then, statistically, being a black man, like it was either two ways. You were either gonna go to the streets or you was gonna go to jail. So she always looks at that high school diploma as that first milestone, that first step to say, okay, you're on your own now. I did it. You're through high school. Now let's see where you go from there. Do you feel anything like that when it comes to your daughter and her high school graduation and her achievement?
No, but you know, I like I guess there was never any doubt that my daughter was going to go to college,
Okay.
just because she was very determined.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, like, for me, I know this kind of isn't the end of her journey. Like, I know there's more to come. I think, your mom didn't know if there was more to come. So she was like, she's holding on to that. It's
Well, her
kind of
son
like,
was in supplemental, so she
yeah.
probably
So, um, you know, uh, and it's probably like, it's nostalgia for her. Like, this might sound crazy, but I still have my daughter's newborn outfits that they came home in,
Oh
right?
wow.
So, like, I have nostalgic things about my daughter, or their favorite pair of pajamas they used to wear as newborns. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
I have those little mementos. So, I definitely think, like, as a mother, there's things that you hold on to from your children's, like, childhood that means a lot to you, whatever
Mm-hmm.
it may be, like objects, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So what's going to be your daughter's major?
So right now it's going to be health science, but I told her, like, I'm not extremely pressed on what exactly you choose, because it could change. I went to college for
Yes.
something else and it changed. I said, I just want you to get a good base so you can build on it. Even if you decide to do something else, just have a good base. Like, we're not we're not doing, like, she wanted to do theater and I was like, hell no, it's not happening.
Mm.
Like, you could pursue theater, like, on the side. It could be a minor, it could be something that you pour into after you graduate, as long as are working and have something else that's going to pay the bills. Like, I want to set her up for success, because a lot of times, you know sorry.
What you
a lot,
hearing?
I don't know. I don't know what that was.
Uh-oh.
A lot of times, like, people go to school for, let's say, psychology, and psychology, it's very difficult to get something that's going to pay the bills with just a bachelor's. You usually
Mm-hmm.
have to go and get your master's, if not, like, your doctorate, right?
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of kids don't know this, and they go into psychology because they have a general interest in it, and then when they get out, they're like, well, what am I supposed to do? And it's not to say that psychology isn't a buildable degree, but you definitely would have to
You
go and
need
get your,
more schooling. Yeah.
yes, you definitely need more schooling. Where there are some things in undergraduate, accounting, a health science degree, depending on what
Business.
you get, business, that you can definitely come out and market yourself and be okay.
Yeah. I agree with you because listen, you're talking to a criminal justice major. Like criminal justice is one of those things where look, you're either gonna be a cop,
Yeah.
an FBI agent, a correction officer, or you're gonna work something like that, or you're gonna end up at a call center with a criminal justice degree because it's so niche that it's catered towards something else. So and I found that out the hard way because when I retired from policing, it was like okay, you were a police officer, but how does that work in my company? And it
Mm.
was like, and that was the first time where it was like, wow, like, yeah, I can see that. Like, so and come to find out, I went to school and I was like, man, I'm really good at this school stuff. I like school. And then I kept going. Then I got my master's. Then I was like, for some reason, no, scratch that. It wasn't some reason. During COVID, me and the whole family were sick. We were all in the bed together. And we were watching, me and the wife, we loved Law and Order at the time. And we was watching Law and Order Special Victims Unit. And it was an episode where a social worker went into an apartment where a kid was in a cage and that kid died.
Oh my goodness.
And come to find out, the social worker hadn't been there in months to check on the kid. So they had like doctored it and said the social worker was there and he wasn't there. So that was what the whole thing was about. And come to find out, at the end, Whoopi Goldberg had this phenomenal monologue where she was like, the reason why that kid died was because the system failed him. We have 800 cases per social worker, and we're going in the worst part of towns and the worst apartment buildings, and nobody wants to do this job, but you all want to. And I was like, you know what? They need help. I want to be a social worker. So I started calling around for get my master's in social work, and I got into my wife's alma mater, and the lady was like, sir, like, we would love to have you, but if you get your master's in social work, you're going to get out with just a master's in social work. You're going to have no accreditation, no training, no certifications, no nothing. And then she was like, since your background is in criminal justice, why don't you just go get your doctorate? I was like, I ain't going to school for 9 years. That's exactly what I told her. I was like, you mean like go to school for like 9 years? And she was like, it's as long as you make it. So I was like, well, what's the shortest time? She was like, 3.5, 4 years, but you can't take a break. I was like, done. Once she told me that, it was off and racing. But criminal justice is one of those degrees, like you were saying with psychology, to where it's like you got to kind of put something behind it. So I don't blame you at all by telling your daughter, like, theater, yeah, you can do that on the side, but I need you something that you can market yourself and you can pay the bills. And it's nothing, absolutely nothing wrong with saying that.
I mean, it's, I think it's good advice. At the end of the day, she can do what she wants to do.
Correct.
But I think it's great advice, and it's not necessarily advice someone gave me. So, I'm trying to give her the information that I didn't have. You know what I'm saying?
That's being a
So,
parent.
yeah, so she's better prepared and hopefully can make, just better choices because she has more information and resources.
Perfect. That's what being a mama bear is all about. So let's go back to high school.
Okay.
Let's see which one. I don't want to ask you that one. I don't want to ask you that one. I do want to ask you this one.
Okay.
What surprised you most about adulthood?
How nobody fucking told you nothing. Like I was like, I sometimes I was just like, yo, nobody told me this shit. Like nobody told me nothing. I was just like, I don't understand why people aren't telling. It's like they want to gatekeep the worst parts of adulthood. And I'm just like, why would you do that to your kids? Why wouldn't you tell them?
Why wouldn't you prepare us? Like,
That's what
like,
I'm
why wouldn't
saying.
you tell
Like,
me that? Like, I remember you used to get the old thing, wait till you're on your own. Wait till you got to pay your own bills. Like, we would get the generic shit. But no, I really need to, like, hey, like, you really do get 3 notices before they cut shit off. Like, nobody cares about your excuses in the real world.
no, but
Nobody wants to hear
just like
why you were late.
like budgeting, you know what I'm saying? Like just I don't know, just like information, like just even like having kids, you know what I mean? Like just didn't tell you nothing. They didn't tell you shit.
Okay, let's see. Did you become who you thought you become?
I think I first of all, I don't know how I got to where I got today. Like you know what I'm saying? It just you just keep rising and rising and rising to the occasion, figuring it out and figuring it out. So, because I mean, there's very loose planning. You know what I'm saying? Like, I made a plan when I had to make a plan, but it's not like I had this ultimate plan, definitely not from high school. So,
Mhm.
I think I've exceeded my expectations of what I thought I could do. You know what I'm saying? Or where I
Uh,
thought I'd be.
from the outside looking in, I would say, yeah. In high school, you wanted to be a Chinese translationist or something.
I
Like,
don't know what I wanted to be. Honestly, I'm thinking back and I don't know. Like I don't know. I didn't really have a lot of direction. I really didn't.
mm, wait, hey, listen, us supplemental kids, we gotta stick together.
But I made it. I'm figuring it out. And
Yeah, you're doing a fine. You're doing a damn good job. You got one kid about to go to college, and you
yes,
you got another princess. Well, now you get to perfect everything that worked with the first princess with the second princess.
yes. It's really just a lot of investing. Jade at I guess 7th grade, she was like, "Mom, I want to play lacrosse." And I was like, "Okay." So, she started playing lacrosse. She was signed up for all these clinics and camps. And, I was,
I'm I'm
you know,
trying to remember, Christina. You were an athlete, right?
oh, yeah, I swam. I swam in high school.
I remember now. I remember
I
because
forgot about that.
this how West Winds of Plainsboro. See, I told you this show. You just start thinking about stuff. I remember coming from the inner city schools of Trenton, New Jersey, coming to Westwood Plainsboro High School. I was like, swim team. What you mean y'all swim back and forth like you go to the pool like what are we doing? And I
Well,
remember you were on the swim team.
well, I like I said, I grew up in California.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I'm saying? There was a lot of beach time. You know, I was around water. I like water. I like the beach. So,
That was crazy. See how that just came to my head. I was like, I remember she played something, and you kept saying lacrosse. I was like, but I know she got that athletic gene from somewhere, and
oh,
I
her
remember.
dad was so her dad and I met at West Virginia. He was a D1 football player. So for West Virginia. So that's
There it is.
definitely
Swimmer, football player came together, made a lacrosse player. There it is. There it is. But I remember that. That is crazy. Okay, so let me ask you this. What would you tell your what would you tell Christina in this picture right now?
I would just tell her like it's gonna get better. Like it's gonna be great. You know what I'm saying? Like you're gonna exceed your expectations. Your mind is going to be blown.
Okay. What matters to you now that didn't matter then?
I don't. That's a good one. I don't really know. Let me think about this.
Okay.
Mm, 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 mm. You know what? I was very mean when I was younger, as you know.
No. You?
As you know.
Yes. Yes. Very
um,
mean.
I think now I'm still mean,
Mhm.
but I try to be mindful
Mhm.
because hurting people's feelings is for real, right? And before, I did not care about hurting other people's feelings. I'm not saying I care a lot
Just
now,
enough.
but I am mindful. Like, if I don't have to hurt this person's feelings, like, if I don't have to be mean to them, if I don't have to say things, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not coming from a place of malice, and that's very important to me because sometimes you do have to say things to people that will hurt their feelings, and so I'm just a little bit more mindful in my delivery,
Mhm.
whereas before when I was younger, like, that was not the case. Like, I say what I need to say, what I want to say, when I want to say it, and I don't care how you're feeling. And I'm very mindful of other people's feelings now because, you know, that's important. You never know what people are going through, right?
Mm.
And words hold power. So I try to
Mhm.
be more mindful um, with the words that I just use towards other people.
Yeah, just enough to not be diagnosed as a psychopath. Just enough
Yeah,
empathy.
like,
Just enough.
like if someone rubs me the wrong way, instead of saying, "Yo, you're being a real fucking bitch right now," you just say, okay, well, you have a nice day. That's great. Like, how's your day going? Are you okay? You know what I mean? Type things like that. So,
All right. Um. Okay, this gonna be a good one. What did people misunderstand about you in high school?
I get a. It's not that I wasn't mean, right? I mean, I was mean, but
Very
I
mean.
think that I was also like, I'm also very sensitive. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm actually really nice. Like, I'm actually very
Do you
soft.
think that was a defense mechanism?
It absolutely was. I told you when I moved from California, I had a very
Mhm.
tough time transitioning. And I definitely think that, like, my defense mechanism probably went overboard, right? Like, it just went out of control. So,
It was
that's,
one of those, you can't hurt me because I already know how to hurt you first.
or it's just like, you know what I mean? Like, yo, like, if you even try, like, if you come for me, I'm coming for you like 10 times harder. Like, just don't even try me. It's one of those things where let me approach you so you don't approach me the wrong way. Because if you approach me the wrong way, there's usually no coming back.
Okay. What's okay? Because I talked to all the guests about this. What? Because we all had a culture shock when we came to West Windsor Plainsboro High School. What do you remember fondly about being a pirate?
I think for me, it was my friendships that I had. Um, my swim family was great. Um, And then I just had, a couple, not a couple, but I had some close friends that I really like, um just, I don't know, like really connected with, you know what I mean? And so I'd probably say friendship. And I still hang out with a lot of a decent amount of kids because I still live in West Windsor, Plainsboro. My
Wait a
daughter's
minute, you still there?
Yeah, yeah, my daughter's graduating from North. Um,
Oh, oh, oh. Wait, how, were you like on the line and she couldn't go to South? Like, what happened?
yeah, like so. I think like when I first like moved back, we were
Mm-hmm.
on like the other side where she would have went to South, and then I moved back in with my parents. So then my parents were, North. They were no longer
Oh,
South.
oh,
I have two younger siblings, and they graduated from North too.
oh.
But my older sister, she graduated from South because there was no
Okay,
North at the time. So we
okay.
have two Souths, two Norths, and then
Huh.
for me, my siblings and I. And then we have my older nephew, he graduated from North. My daughter graduated from North. My other
Oh,
nephew's gonna graduate from North.
oh.
So yeah, it's a lot of North now.
We got to keep the lineage going. Man, but you know what? I have to. I'm gonna make it my business to drive through there and just see how much it has changed since
Oh,
I've
it's
been there.
so much. It's so much.
Wow. I mean, I was telling TJ and
Oh yeah, yeah,
I,
yeah.
I was
I
telling
run into him
TJ
sometimes.
and I was telling Jenna, I said, like I only saw high schools like that when I would watch TV, like Saved by the Bell, like open
Oh,
bays and you know, kids driving back then like 30,000 automobiles, big homes. I remember I was telling them like the parties, and you know this, Christina, the parties we used to go to as high schoolers when other kids' parents were away was bananas.
yeah. These kids, like, I mean, when I lived in California, we did live in the suburbs, but
Hmm.
definitely West Windsor, Plainsboro, like, like I remember I saw your interview with Bacon, and yeah, these houses were huge.
And the kids that were in them, like when we would go to the house, I remember they'll be like, yeah, like because I remember one time, I was in no position to go home. I'm gonna leave it there. And they were like, Blue, you just sleep in this room. And it was like, nobody sleeps in this room. We just use this room for, I think he was like, we just use this room for to put memorabilia in there. And it was like the bedroom was bigger than my mom's apartment. And I was like, this is crazy. But that's the type of surroundings we had at West Windsor Plainsboro High School. And I could see how some of these kids were overachievers because remember West Windsor Plainsboro High School, even back then, it was like the top 100 in like the country.
I mean, you have to be right because it's expected for a lot of the kids. It was expected, like their
Yeah.
parents expected them to do that. So there was no there was no defying your parents, right?
It was not.
Like
No.
it would bring like extreme shame, like
Mhm.
shame on a level that we just cannot understand.
Yeah. So are you ready for the time capsule?
What's the time capsule?
You're about to find out.
Oh
What
Lord,
was your favorite song back then, 1999?
I don't even know. Like I don't know. I
Come
feel like
on.
I didn't listen to a lot of music, right? Like
Mhm.
I would listen to music like if other people were playing it,
Okay.
but like me myself, like I didn't necessarily like I didn't go out and buy like DVDs or tapes or anything
CDs.
like that. I did like Little Kim a lot.
Okay, well there you go. Lil Kim. Of course you like Lil Kim. Favorite trend back then?
Oh God, I don't. I don't know. Give me some trends. I don't know.
Remember, it
Let me
was a
tell
big
you. Let
thing.
me tell you something. I was Wednesday Adams in high school. Okay, Wednesday
No,
Adams.
Christina, no. I remember you. You used to wear blue jeans
Oh
all the
yes,
time. You used to wear the wide blue jeans,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and you would wear the what they call? Do they call them camisole? What do they call them?
Oh, like the tank tops.
Tank top, and you would wear something over it. So you were blue jeans, tank
Oh, you
top,
know
and
what?
something over it.
I used to wear a lot of big T-shirts though too, because that was like big, like
I remember
like
because you used to tuck your t-shirt in the front.
maybe I did. I don't know,
You
but
did,
I know I was very self-conscious about my body, so I wouldn't
which was
always.
wild because you were a swimmer and you had a swimmer's body. So I don't know why you were self-conscious
Yo,
about it.
it's crazy because I look back at my high school pictures and I'm like, oh my god, I had a collarbone. Like,
You was like
look,
you was one of the fittest girls at
yeah.
Westwood
And I'm
Pittsboro
sitting
High
here
School.
like,
So it's
I
just weird
swear
how
to God,
the wine
yo,
plays.
I thought I was a humpback whale, like
No,
like
no,
Shamu. Like it was
no. You would know you
terrible.
were very you. What was funny? Okay, I'm gonna peel back the curtain. What's very funny is a lot of the brothers would be like, "Yo, Kristina Skelton, she's all right," and then but they were like, "I think she likes white guys though." Like we never knew, like we didn't know because
Yo,
you were
they used to be
so
like, they used to even ask me, like, are you a lesbian? I'm like, no, I'm just not fucking with y'all. Like, get out my face, leave me alone. Also, too, like, this is, and to this day, this is very, like, key. I do the choosing. You know how men are like the hunters? Like,
yeah.
like, if I'm interested in you, I will seek you out. If I don't seek you out, then you should probably just sit down.
That's wild. Like here go the brothers wondering if you like white guys, and somebody's like, "Hey, do you like girls?"
Yeah, like, and I'm
This
just
is
like,
great.
no, I don't, but I'm just like, sit down. Like, it's not you. It's not you.
Who
Okay.
did you take to prom?
So you remember Marielle Pagan?
Marielle.
Oh, she wasn't in your class. Lauren might have been in your class. Lauren Pagan. I went with their cousin.
Okay, I don't even remember who that
Yeah,
was.
yeah, yeah. It was, I mean, it was nobody, like, and
Okay, it was just, hey, you going to the prom? I'm going to the prom. Whatever.
yeah, he was from a different school. He was from a different
Okay.
school. And I met him or saw him at her Sweet 16. And I was like, yo, hook me up with your cousin. I need a prom date.
All right.
Again,
Okay.
this is me, like,
I
turning the
am the
wheels.
hunter.
But yeah, I
You don't
am.
ask me. I ask you to the prom.
A. Okay.
Favorite
And
teacher?
oh, you know what? My English teacher, Miss Choquette, I really liked her.
Miss Showcat. Oh my God. She was such a sweetheart.
Yeah. And then Miss Preslock.
I remember Miss Preslock. Do
Yeah.
you remember Miss Fiscarelli?
I would have to see her picture.
Miss Fiscarelli. You remember Miss Pika?
Oh, I love Miss Pika.
Math
Yes.
teacher. Let me tell you something. To make sure I graduated, I needed a C in math. Nobody, and I mean nobody, worked with me more than it was Miss Pika and Miss Bean. Both of them made sure because I had to take the math part over again, the state testing. I had to take it over again. And I remember they just worked with me the whole that whole time. They was like, if you don't pass it, you're gonna stay back. Like you're not gonna graduate. And they had me lock in. And shout out to Miss Bean and Miss Pika. They really, but yeah, Miss
Miss
Showcat, I
Pika is
remember
actually
her.
a great teacher. She really can break down math in a way that is just manageable in your
Hmm.
mind. And I remember Miss Preslock. I think I had her for trigonometry and something else. I can't remember what I had her for.
I had Miss Preslock for algebra.
Okay, I had Miss Pika for algebra, and
Yeah.
Miss Preslock ended up writing me a recommendation for college. Actually.
Nice. Yeah, I had Miss Bean for math. Let me say that again. I had her for math. I'm
Oh,
talking about
did you have
32
Miss
plus
Ruggiero?
43. Huh?
Did you have Miss Ruggiero for
Miss Bizarre.
English?
I'm trying to think.
I feel like maybe we had her together. I don't know.
We may have.
I don't know. I feel like we had more than supplemental as classes together. I feel like.
Probably. And I had my favorite foot history, of course, was Mr. Welsh. God rest in peace.
Yes, I actually ran into one of his friends in the ER.
Yeah. That
Uh,
that that broke me. When I found out he had took his own life, that broke me because I was like, man, like this the guy that he was one of the ones that would be like Prince, like you have all the potential in the world, but you choose to be a clown. Like, what is it?
yeah, when I ran into his friend, he had told me like he had been struggling for a while. So,
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad. You know what I mean? That you're in that place. You know what I mean? Where you just don't see any way out.
And that's why now I see it now. Like you never know when you're somebody's last reason to be on this earth by the way
That's why I
you
said you
approach
like
them.
I'm more
Yeah.
mindful with my words and the way
Mm-hmm.
that I treat people because you just don't know. You don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And like
Um.
we
Go ahead.
you were talking about how you didn't have your reunion. So we just had a 25-year reunion and
Flex.
I was on the committee with Bacon
Mm-hmm.
and two other classmates and it was amazing. It was a great time. But
Congratulations. I love that for you.
we ended up hanging out at one of the girls' apartments that lives in Princeton now. And, we were just talking about a lot of students, classmates that we've lost over the years to
Mm-hmm.
suicide. And yeah, it just makes you sad because you knew them as kids.
Yes.
And, when life maybe wasn't that hard for them, or
Mm-hmm.
at least they weren't in the place that they were struggling. And yeah, it's sad
Yeah.
and it's real.
Because remember, Christina, we also lost a couple during our 4 years at West Windsor Plattsburgh High School. Remember?
Who did we lose?
We lost a couple to suicide. I don't remember their names, but I remember we lost a couple. We absolutely did. And that just shows the pressure that some of these kids had on them. We did. We lost a couple. We
I
did.
know. Yeah. Uh, I don't want to speak ill of the dead, and so I don't want to mention their names because I don't want to,
Yeah.
But yeah. No, we've definitely lost more than a few. Like is,
Yeah.
and yeah, it's sad. And then
It
we've
is
lost
sad.
people to natural causes as well.
Yeah. Do you, Ri- Christina, were you at school? Do you remember Jack, the security guard?
Oh yes, I do remember
Remember when we
Jack.
lost Jack?
I do remember when we lost Jack.
Oh, that school day, it was just it was like cuz I remember Jack to be this tough detective that he was the sweetest man.
I
And we
really
used
think
to
Jack
always
loved
remember
us
seeing
too.
Jack.
I think he really loved us. Like, we gave Jack a lot of shit, but at the same
Oh,
time,
I used to come up to him, right? And I'd be like, come on, old man, what you got? And I would like shake him. He'd be like, Prince, get your hands off me. I'd be like, come on, old man, let's see what you got. And when I realized I couldn't do that to Jack anymore, it was just like I've like I think Jack is probably the only white man I've ever cried over. Like it was like
yeah,
I was just so sad that we
a
lost
lot of
Jack.
people were sad. I don't even know how old was Jack. He was ancient.
He was I think Jack was in his 70s, and that's what made it because remember, Jack had a retirement. He didn't have to be the security guard at West Windsor Plattsburgh High School,
They
but he
still have
loved
that.
us.
They still have that. So retired cops are still security guards at West Windsor Plainsboro.
Nice. Because remember, we went from Jack, and then we had Corey. He was an ex-football player. He was like 6'8".
Oh, I do vaguely remember Corey.
Yeah, Corey was huge. I remember he was the first person because I remember we went to go get something to eat, and he was like, now y'all know y'all not supposed to be going out to eat. I was like, Corey, I'll bring you something back. What you want? He was like, bring me a pork roll, egg, and cheese, and tell him to put grape jelly on it. And I
Did you
looked
go to
at
the
him like,
bagel hole?
yes,
It's still there.
the bagel hole is still there.
It's still there. And Al John's is still there.
Al John's. I used to spend all my coins in Al John's at the arcade.
Yeah.
This is crazy. I can't believe the burger host did it because I remember when I was watching the episode of Diners, Drives, and the Dives, and I was watching with my wife. I was like, honey, we used to go to this spot. We used to go to the bagel hole all the time. This is crazy.
Yeah. And my kids love it. Like it's still just as good.
Chewy bagels. I love chewy bagels. Okay. Your biggest fashion regret.
I think like over plucking my eyebrows, like my poor.
Ooh, let's see. Did you do it in this one?
I
Let's
don't
see.
know. Were they thin? I can't.
Nope.
Oh no, no.
They were
Okay.
full.
All right. All right. Okay. All right.
What was your funniest memory?
Oh, this wasn't a funny memory, but um you know what? I don't know what my funnest memory was, but my most traumatic memory.
Okay, let's do it.
So when I moved here, 7th grade, Montreal broke my arm. Do you remember Montreal?
Montreal Sands?
Yes.
Oh, how do you
So
do that?
so we were neighbors when my parents first moved here. When we first moved to California, we were living in an apartment complex before that they bought a house. So Montreal was like literally my next door neighbor. So we're latchkey kids. Nobody's supposed to be out of the house. She's supposed to be in the house. Whatever, didn't happen. Um, we were playing like King of the Hill or something, and he like threw me off the bed, and then he jumped on me, and my wrist just snapped back. It was like snap. And I was like, oh God. What?
I'm just trying to think. Christina, did you used to do that thing where you would like bend your elbow back?
Hell no, that wasn't me.
Okay, that wasn't you. Okay, that was probably somebody else. Okay, Montreal, you wrong for that.
He
Like, what are you
still
doing?
feels bad. He apologized. It was an
He better
accident.
apologize. Every time he see you, you better apologize.
He
Okay,
feels so bad.
what was your first car?
It was a 1993 Toyota Corolla.
Oh, you would drive a Corolla.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Um, hmm. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, we got through all of them. So let's do this. What is your final reflection on West Windsor Plainsboro? Wrap it up in a bow. What's your final reflection on your years as a South? Because we only recognize the South.
You mean like
What was your reflection when you look back on West Windsor Plainsboro High School? Those 4 years. What would you say about it?
I really think looking back now, like we had teachers who were really trying to prepare us for the future. Do you know what I mean? Um,
Yes.
and I would say like mostly, most people are successful. We're out here, we're surviving, we're making it happen. Like I really
Yes.
think, even though we didn't know it, like they like gave us the skills to succeed, to
They
survive. I don't know.
did.
I mean, I'm sure, people's parents helped as well. But I don't know. When I went to college, even though I wasn't a great student in high school, the expectation of work, um, it was like a easy transition for me. Like I really didn't find college that difficult. So I definitely think that high school, prepared you.
And you know why it did? Because West Windsor Plainsboro High School, that was their whole focus. Like, remember, Christina, remember in the was it the yearbook? What was it? Was it it was something, remember, that they would put out every year that would show like where kids are going to college. And these were like Princeton, Harvard, Yale, like schools, like where you're like, what? Your SAT score was what? So West Windsor Plainsboro High School absolutely did prepare you for college because the AP classes were tough, the regular classes were tough, and the coursework was it was beyond anything that I thought that I would encounter in a high school. Like it was just like I was like you want us to do this? Like, but I want to just go home and play video games. Like, I got to do this. I got to turn this in. I got a 10-page paper. Like, what is this? But it absolutely did prepare us for college. That's the so that reflection is that is spot on.
That's why I'm not really worried about my daughter. Like, I know that she's, listen, if you survived, you know, West Windsor, Plainsboro, and, you know, you have all A's and B's, I know you're going to be okay.
You're gonna
So,
and to be honest, putting West Windsor Plainsboro High School on your application, it really boosts you up because they know that that is the top high school.
well, I know like when we were applying for schools for Jade, we're looking at a smaller school in Charlotte, and the coach had even said, you know, kids who are coming from up north, you know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Like, and because we live in academia, you know what I mean?
Yes.
Their their grades are different than maybe kids from other regions in
Mm-hmm.
the US. So
Yeah.
she was like, it's not always the same. Like, you know what I mean? If you're coming
Yeah.
from our school and you have like a B, that's, and you know, somebody else is coming from, let's say, like Missouri, and they have an A, it's not the same.
It's not the same.
It's not the same. She straight up said it, like, and
Mm-hmm.
it's not the same. And I was like, oh well. I looked at Jade, I said, oh, that's good for you, honey.
Yeah, that is wonderful for her. So, um, we've come to our hour.
Okay.
So, um, I feel stupid like saying like, "Hey, so tell everybody where they can find you," because I don't think you want people to find you.
Prince, that is so spot on. Yes. Yes. Don't come find me.
Yes, I
But
know. Yes, you
but
don't come
if
for the
you,
skeleton, please.
yeah,
Leave her be.
if you need a stress test, right? Or if you're going to be in the OR, right? Or
Yeah,
you know, you need an anesthesia team. You know what I mean?
I
Come,
got you, but
yeah, come
like,
find me. But other than that, like,
don't be in my DMs. Like,
I'm
leave me alone.
okay. Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah.
fine. I'm
Are
good.
you the
Like,
Christina? No, I'm not. I'm not her. I'm not
no,
that one.
it wasn't me. That was mistaken identity, doppelganger, you know.
Yeah.
No.
Oh man. But Christina, thank you so much for doing this with
Thank you
me, and
for
thank you for
having me.
supporting me on this. And the reason why you are one of the reasons, in the first five guests I have are the reasons why, because I see y'all doing phenomenal things on Facebook. And the class of 2000, we had a kind of a reunion, but it wasn't like ah.
I've went to
So
all
I
the reunions, like, you know what I mean? And it's really been great because I've got to connect with a lot of people. Shout out
mhm.
to my neighbor, Karen. We met in grade, and now she's my neighbor. So
Mm.
shout out to her. So yeah,
You would
I've
be next to a
reconnected.
Karen.
She's great though. She's amazing. Um,
Yeah, I bet.
so yeah. Um, I like
Well,
serving my community, believe it or not. I run into so many people, so many like kids'
yeah,
parents and stuff like that are still in the area too. So I really enjoy what I do.
that's cool. So this is the part where we're going to skip this part because this is the part where you tell people your social stuff like that. But again, I know Christina does not want to be found, so I'm just going to say thank you for joining me. I appreciate you so much, and good luck to everything. I know this month has been crazy for you, and I'm glad you came out on the other side. I am super happy for you. I am super proud of you because listen, we supplemental kids, we got to stick together.
Yes, we do. And I want to give a shout out to Bacon because he's one of my favorite people too.
Shout out to Mike Bacon. He was in here.
I
He said congratulations to Jade.
I love Bacon. Oh, he did.
Yeah, he
Thank
did.
you.
Let me see
I
if I can
can't believe
find
my
it.
daughter got a cross scholarship. Like I never
Where
imagined it.
is
She
he?
told me,
There
she
he
was
is.
like, "Mom, I want to play lacrosse in college," and I'm like, okay, let's see if we can get it done." And we did.
There,
She did. So.
there it is. DJ Iron Mike. Congratulations to Jade. There it is. So yeah, but thank you so much. And everybody else, thank you so much. Christina is the last guest until I don't have anybody else booked right now. I'm trying to get people. I'm reaching out to people. I'm reaching out to people in my own circle, but you know, they're busy. They're superheroes, cops, and doctors and stuff like that. So their schedules are tight. So, but trust me, this is not the end of the yearbook series. It's just it can't be a yearbook series without a guest. So once I book more guests, we'll have more yearbook series. Thank you, everybody. Oh yeah, tomorrow is my birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yes. So I'm going
What
to
are you
do that.
doing?
Huh?
What are you doing for your birthday?
Uh Whatever the wife wants me to do.
Ah, yes.
Whatever she wants me to do. I'm pretty sure she got something planned. My birthday hasn't been mine since 14 years. Like my birthday is really hers.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
like hers as in hers, but is like, you're going to do this because I want you to enjoy this, and this is what you're going to do. So
And you
I
always
just,
enjoy it, right?
yeah, of course. Like, of
So
course.
then,
I ain't trying to get on that black woman's bad side. I love everything you do, baby. But yeah, tomorrow's my birthday, so I'm gonna have fun this weekend, and I want everybody else to have. Oh yeah, it's Erica Marshall's birthday. Shout out to Erica Marshall. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Erica.
happy birthday, Erica.
I'm trying to get her on too. So yes, everybody, thank you. Remember, Dr. Prince Blue on all social media platforms. Make sure you like, subscribe, and follow. And I will see you again. Kristina probably will never see you again, and she's probably happy about that. So, with that being said, we will see y'all. We are out. Be safe. See y'all later. Peace.
Come through. Yeah.